Part 1. Preparation. Preparing for a psychedelic experience is like setting off on a boat down a river nobody has ever explored. There's no way to predict or map what we're going to find, so instead, good preparation is about developing our inner capacities so that we're ready for whatever happens. We can control our own attention and attitude, but the trip takes us on a journey of its own, and often we don't know what's past the next bend in the river. We get the experience we need, not the experience we want or expect. In fact, if we knew what we needed for our own spiritual development and insight before the experience, we wouldn't need to have it in the first place. With that in mind, what we really need is to develop the capacities that help us stay safe, calm, and balanced in our boat, no matter how wild the river gets. We can start to open our eyes to new ways of seeing and being even before we embark on a psychedelic journey. We can start to connect and relate to different aspects of ourselves and the world around us. The single most important capacity you can develop for a psychedelic experience is mindfulness. Being aware of your experience without resisting it or trying to change it. Specifically, the capacity that helps the most is known as decentering, which is our ability to take a step back from our experience and notice it. This is why curiosity is also very important. Close your eyes for a moment and become curious about the next sound you're going to hear. How about the next thought that's going to pop into your head? Now, imagine the sounds were 100 times richer, and the thoughts 100 times faster, and your emotions swirling up in profound waves. That can be what a psychedelic experience is like, and to listen and connect to it as best we can, we have to be able to take a step back and become curious about it. Notice that stepping back doesn't mean detaching or avoiding. It just means distinguishing you, the observing presence and center of your experience, from the content of your experience. You are noticing what's going on, and you are in control of how you respond to it. At the end of this section, you'll find the sovereignty meditation to help you deepen this capacity. Paying attention is closely linked to curiosity. To see why, we can look at the neuroscientist Shauna Shapiro's mindfulness model. She points out that mindfulness relies on 3 key elements: intention, attention, and attitude. This model is hugely useful for psychedelic preparation. I'll talk about intention soon. Attention is about being awake to what's going on and being able to focus your awareness wherever you want it to go. Attitude is about how we do this, our deeper ways of being in the world that affect our thoughts, words, and actions. For psychedelic exploration, the best attitude you can hold is one of deep curiosity. Notice that the very idea of curiosity includes a sense of, I don't know. If you know, you aren't curious about it anymore. Try to stay deeply curious about who you are, about the medicine you're working with, and the experience you're having. Curious about what you're feeling, where you're going in life, and what you're longing for. Curiosity immediately helps us to take a step back as well, as I showed a moment ago. When we're curious, we place ourselves as the interested, engaged observer, and the content of our experience as the thing we're curious about. It gives us mental space and opens up a world of possibility. So much of the psychedelic experience is about nuance and paradox, and we can start to apply that to mindfulness itself. As well as taking a step back from our experience, the psychedelic journey also invites you to deeply connect with what you're experiencing. It's about relating